Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. You can find out more about me on my blog. That's linked below. Also, there are links to my social media. Follow along if you wish. Definitely get subscribed if you're new here. I know I'm in the middle of my bed. There is like a good reason for, I think, for filming right here. Right now, AJ is in bed. I work all day, you guys, and I don't have the sun really to film every single video I want to film with great lighting. So we're just going to suck it up, make the most out of it. It's been a long day. My hair is up because I took a bath and didn't feel like washing my hair. I normally wash my hair every single day, but I thought I could just use some dry shampoo tomorrow and go with it. So this is going to be a little bit more of a personal video. I'm going to talk a little bit about Ryan and myself, where we're at, what it's like for me right now, things going on, my feelings about everything. So just settle in and grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and let's chat for a few minutes. Okay, so Ryan and I are still like very, very complicated. We're not getting along most days. Sometimes we get along, but it seems like around every turn we have, he crashes. You know, we had the mediation set up for November 8th, and just last week my attorney sent me some paperwork that Ryan's attorney had forwarded, stating that Ryan had not paid her and that he had not kept up with his consultations and that kind of stuff, and that she was withdrawing. So it put everything on pause, the mediation, all of it. So it's like really frustrating. He kept telling me too that she was paid up to go to, quote, the end. And I think it was just like control and intimidation, and it did scare me a little bit. But you know, for the longest time I've been trying to put family first and tell Ryan that we don't have to go to court, we can figure this out ourselves. And so far we've been kind of doing that. But just the other night he started yelling at me about what he's entitled to. He was sitting on the couch and he was just started yelling and telling, when I talked to him about the lawyer and him not paying her, he did like start yelling at me and telling me that he was entitled to this and he was entitled to that, and he's not entitled to shit. Yeah. And I'm hoping when I said this is going to be kind of personal that you don't have kids in the room, because I don't think that's good for this kind of video especially. So put your earbuds in. I'm not going to be talking about a lot of bad stuff or cussing a lot, but still. You know, I don't feel like he's consistent. I don't feel like he's dependable. And I don't really feel like he has put AJ's best interest first. He's put his own. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not worried about what he does for AJ. Not really, because AJ is my responsibility. I don't think anybody takes better care of him than me. And I definitely know nobody loves him as much as I do. So I just feel like time, it's been what, almost 4 months? I think it's been almost 4 months. Time really hasn't healed anything for Ryan and I. He is very angry at me still, and he is just so combative on every level. I can tell him AJ's having watermelon for dinner and he'll argue about that. It doesn't matter. He will argue about anything. And it felt really good the night that he started yelling at me to ask him to leave. I asked him to just get up and go. And he did. We got through it. I mean, you know, his idea of getting through it is just burying his head in the sand, not talking about it, acting like it didn't happen, or going totally on the other end of the spectrum and just acting like a maniac. There's really no in between. So it's just been a mess trying to like sort through all the muckiness, and I'm not sure at this point if I'm willing to not go to court. Maybe I need to. I just really don't think he should have visitation where AJ is not in the house here. I just am not there. He doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't have a car seat. His living situation is sketchy at best, and I don't feel comfortable with it. So I'm not doing that. If he wants to see him, this is AJ's home. He can see him here. And that's not so I can see him, because I'm not hanging out with him every minute that he's hanging out with AJ, but I am, like, around. So that's basically where Ryan and I are at. Where I am at mentally, physically, is in such a better place than what I was in. So there are some positives to living alone, and I'm starting to figure those out. One of those positives is right here. I sleep in the middle of the bed, and it's wonderful. Usually I'm on my side. I'm trying not to get elbowed. It's hot sometimes with somebody else. I am not wanting to be spooned on and petted while I'm trying to go to sleep. I am a very particular sleeper. And I have been loving having the bed to myself. Loving it, no doubt. I mean, nothing really replaces a warm body in bed. There's no doubt about that. But there is some kind of enjoyment to be had about having the whole bed to yourself. I absolutely love it. I also love that there's no sports on TV. There's no dumb movies that I don't want to see. That the TV isn't even on every night. I'm not also having unwanted visitors. A lot of Ryan's sketchy friends would just be here sometimes. Sketchy family as well sometimes. And I didn't like it. Now it's over. I don't deal with that. Also, there's less cooking, there's less cleaning, there's less laundry, and that's amazing as well. It is a cleaner house, not to the degree that I really want it to be, but it is a cleaner house. And it's nice not picking up beer cans all the time, you guys. It's nice not picking up his dirty laundry that he can't put in the laundry basket. I really am starting to enjoy this time, like, completely on my own without him, without worrying about walking on eggshells because he's drank a lot. And you know, a lot of times he'll drink and pass out, and you think they're going to wake up happy because you've had a good time while they've been sleeping, but they wake up mean. At least he does, and I don't worry about that no more. You know, my girlfriends really had it right. Just get him out. Just keep him out. Do what you need to do. And I was in denial, and I was angry, and I was frustrated. And as time has passed, I have adjusted and adapted just fine. You know, AJ really does good on a schedule, and so do I. So we've been doing really good like that. We've been doing good with, you know, just doing everything we need to do to get out of the door in the morning, which can be crazy sometimes, to going to work all day and coming home and, you know, spending time together. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to talk to Brittany for a minute. So, what I was saying is AJ and I do really good on schedules. It's just us. So I'm taking him to daycare. I'm working all day, coming home, doing what every other parent does, you know, who works. Getting dinner, getting baths, getting clothes ready if they're not all ready for the upcoming day, and just trying to get a little bit of relaxation in and a good night's sleep. And we do really good, just me and him. You know, I don't really want Ryan to be like a 20-minute dad. It's just not what I want. He shows up, he's here for 20 minutes, he takes off, and I would rather him just like fade into the night. I don't think that's going to happen though, and I think I'm going to have to deal with him. It's very hard sometimes, but I'm just going to keep trying to put AJ's best interest first, no matter how frustrated I am. And I think with the impact that he's making, I really do believe that the less is best with him right now. He hasn't tried at all, really. I mean, He tries when it comes to getting things that he wants, but he really doesn't try, and it's very, very time consuming and exhausting to deal with somebody who really does like suck your energy out. And I'm just like over it. So I feel like really it's a time for me to self-reflect on why I pick assholes. I think it's also, I mean, not everybody I've picked is an asshole. I'm friends with all of my exes. Scott, he's dead, and was he an asshole? Absolutely. Art, he's my ex-husband. Brittany and Jackson's father, he's not an asshole, and we get along. Russell, Jordan's father, we get along. You know, I just feel like this one person is just like trying, not actually succeeding, but trying to make my life a living hell. And instead of focusing on all of the negativity, I'm just not doing it. I'm focusing on what's good in my life. I am trying to feel better and heal and self-reflect on what I can do better. I'm hoping one day I can be in a happy, healthy relationship, but it's not something that I'm just like running towards. You know, I'm okay living on my own. I was told from Ryan like numerous times that I wouldn't be able to afford this house, that I wouldn't be able to do it, that he would take AJ from me, that his lawyer was paid in full. I'm paying for the house. I have been for months. It's not easy. I am strapped for every penny right now, but I'm doing it. I am doing my job at work and doing the best I can there. Love everybody. There's like one guy in the shop I really don't care for, but I love everybody I work with. I feel confident about my ability to take care of myself now. So him leaving was something that I was actually like craving within myself to prove to myself that I could do this. I've been doing it. I feel like I don't need therapy. Many of you guys would say I do, and I understand that. Therapy is great. I just don't have time for it, and I'm not really into it right now. I feel like I can self-reflect and try to study the reasons that I have made some of the decisions I have made and try to do better. I don't need somebody helping me figure that out. I have made tons of sacrifices these past few months, and I'm doing better. Like, you know, I really was angry in the beginning, and I'm sure you guys could see that in some of my videos. I really wasn't talking to my mom. I had angry moments with my girlfriends. My kids and I disagreed on different stuff. I was just having a hard time because I was just such a mess. But I'm not a mess anymore, and I feel stronger, and I feel more confident, and the bills here aren't going to be like forever. I am hoping to get into one of those little like studio condo places that I was talking about in my other videos, and hopefully within the next month that'd be a transition we make. And even if it's January, I will live here till then, paying the bills and providing for my kids and myself. So no matter what it might appear on the outside, I know it's been a train wreck. Scott died. Bad shit happened with him. Ryan and I wanted the relationship to work out so much. And I know everybody feels it. And it didn't. It's definitely been heartbreaking. But I have succeeded in learning to live by myself and accepting really his rejection for not only me, for AJ, for our family. It's just been complicated, but it's getting better, and I feel like my time at home is being more enjoyed. AJ and I are having a good time. I mean, I was doing okay even on the hard days. I was faking it till I made it, basically, and just going through the emotions, trying not to talk to text in front of AJ, trying not to have arguments with him in front of the baby, trying to make it a positive home, even though I have the weight of the world on me. I know you guys, some of you guys have complained about the ads in the videos. I need the money from YouTube. The ads generate income. I know some of you get upset that I'm not posting regularly, which I'm trying to get better at, I promise. But when you work outside the home and you come home exhausted and you have a baby to take care of, getting in front of the camera is the last thing you really want to do. But like tonight, here I am. The lighting is not perfect. My voice is not perfect. But I am talking to you, giving you an update on everything. So, you know, there are people who actually like really hate me and hate my life and think it's a mess and talk crap all the time, and that's okay. I mean, I've let 99% of that stuff go. All I really am trying to focus on is positivity and being strong for my family. Besides that, everything will like fall into place. So now that you know the deal with court, right now everything is on pause, and my lawyer gave me a nice hefty bill for his services to basically be my therapist. Talk a little bit to Ryan's lawyer, but that's about it. So I got a nice bill for that, and right now everything is just paused. So the arrangement right now is shitty, but it's him paying daycare every other week and helping with diapers. That's the extent of him helping, except maybe with a pair of shoes here and there. He does absolutely nothing in any other regard for him. Nothing. So, do I leave it the way it is and pray that he does that? I did let him know that the second he doesn't pay it, like the Tuesday I find out he hasn't made daycare payment for Monday of that week, I'm going to at least the child support office and starting that. But it's been suggested that I just go for full custody right away, but that ensures that he gets the visitation. I mean, I'm sure there's supervised visitation, but it's not going to last forever, and I don't believe AJ should be pulled away from the house 45 minutes away in a sketchy kind of place with sketchy kind of people. I just don't feel comfortable. So you can leave me your comments and you can tell me your opinions. I'm asking for them. It doesn't mean I'm going to take them, and please don't get offended if I don't. What I feel right now is best is just let it all like calm down and not pounce on him and drag him into court, because I freaking hate court and I don't want to do it. So I don't know if that's the right decision, so I'm bouncing it off you and my girlfriends and my family and my support system. So I'm not scared or anything like that. I just want to be smart. And I don't care if Ryan happens to see this video or family see this video and tell him. It doesn't matter. He is just the most nasty person when it comes to discussing anything that has to do with AJ. He acts like he wants to step up. He acts like he wants to help. He acts like he's supportive. But when it boils down to it, he's not. So, yeah. What it means for me is more single life, learning to live on my own, being strong, counting on people around me to help me, support me, putting it in God's hands. I pray every single night, and trying not to let his negativity make me negative as well. Doesn't always work. Sometimes I cuss him out again in the messages. But you know, AJ's going to get older sooner or later and be able to see those messages. And I don't want those being a part of his life. I don't want him being used as a pawn. And I will fight every bit tooth and nail to do what's right. I haven't always made the best decisions. I haven't always been strong or confident, but I'm getting there, and it feels really good. So, I mean, I know this sounds like a bash Ryan video. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you basically the state of where things are but I'm much happier. I want things to be better with him. I keep trying, you guys. I am nice beyond belief and comparison with him. I keep trying. I keep offering my help. He wanted to do his laundry. He wants this. He wants that. Truth is, he doesn't help pay the water bill. He wasn't buying laundry soap, so I had to make that stop. I'm not willing to be a doormat for him or anybody else. No more. Not ever again. So, what I can say is I wish him all the love and happiness. I wish that we could have made our family work. I wish things were different. I wish we were happier together. And I wish he would have tried harder. I really do. I'm big enough to admit that I wish he would have fought for our family instead of just fighting for himself. But it hasn't been like that. And I have to open my eyes to the reality of there just not being enough room in his life for us. It's really about going to the bars and drinking till he can't walk, and doing his side jobs that don't count for child support, doing stuff that just matters to him. He missed days at work. He took off just because he didn't feel like doing it last week. I mean, he has helped when I've asked him small things, but it's random. It's not consistent. And what he's turned out to be and what I want are completely different. So I have to focus on positive things. I can't let this drag me down and destroy my life and make my home negative. It's not good for AJ, and he deserves, a happy, healthy home, which I'm really trying hard to give him. And I'm not going to alienate Ryan. I'm just not going to bend at his mercy anymore. So he's going to have to schedule things, and he's going to have to be respectful, and if he's not, we'll have to try for a different day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it might seem a little bit dark, but it's really not, you guys. I have been loving sleeping on my own, not cooking every night, not having to clean up after him, not feeling ashamed because of some rude remark he said to me. I just feel better. And while it continues to be a struggle, I just don't let it to be an overwhelming struggle that I can't get over. I know I'm strong enough to go on no matter what happens with him or any other relationship. And really, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I mean, if someone presented themselves to me, I definitely would not just ignore them. But I can't bring them around into AJ's life. Not at first, not for a while. It's a process that it's going to take a while no matter who's coming into my life. Because I just want it to be right. I don't want to keep making so many mistakes. So I have to own that part of it and have to be willing to accept my part in things. And I tried really hard with Ryan. I really did. Harder with him probably than any of my other relationships. And it's just not been fun. So it's time to smile more and feel better and enjoy being single and enjoy the house to myself and my own schedule. And that's what I'm doing. And it's not a terrible thing. If you have recently split up with somebody and you're watching this video and you're wondering how you're going to get through it, I don't know how you will do it, but I know you will. Each day is different, and some days you're going to cry, and some days you're going to scream, and some days you're going to have low points where you want to fix things and you want him back or her back. Don't force it. If it's supposed to be, they'll be back. And love isn't supposed to hurt. So just be strong and know there is light at the end of the tunnel. I promise. I promise you it will get better. So thanks for watching. Thanks for catching up with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye.